Real-world fights don't start with a bell or a referee. They happen in tight spaces, without warning, and the aggression is immediate. To survive that kind of violence, you need a response built for absolute efficiency. That response is Rapid Assault Tactics, or R.A.T. This system was developed by Jeet Kune Do expert Paul Vunak to meet a highly specific demand, training U.S. Navy SEALs. They had extremely limited time to dedicate to hand-to-hand combat, so the curriculum was stripped down to only the most functional techniques, the ones that work instantly under massive adrenaline. In this video, we are going to break down the R.A.T. framework. We will look at the 3 empty-hand phases of combat, a specific protocol for defending against weapons, and the spatial awareness drill that makes the entire system possible. There are no absolute guarantees when a physical altercation breaks out. But relying on a battle-tested blueprint ensures you don't freeze, giving you a definitive strategy to shift the odds, end the threat, and walk away. Most street fights begin in the mid-range, the zone where 2 people stand just close enough to start trading blows. This space is highly unpredictable. If you stay here, especially against a larger attacker, your chances of taking damage go up significantly. Phase 1 of R.A.T. is the entry. The goal is to cross that dangerous boxing range immediately. You never back up to trade punches. Instead, you manage the distance and crash forward on your own terms. You accomplish this through interception. As the attacker moves into your space, you disrupt their forward momentum with a rapid shuffle kick or a quick finger jab toward the eyes. You force an immediate flinch. If they manage to throw a strike first, you use destruction. You raise the hard points of your elbows or knees to smash their incoming fist or leg. You treat their attacking limb as the target itself, generating immediate, localized pain. The moment that pain registers, you transition to Phase 2, pressure. You cannot let the attacker recover their footing. You apply this pressure using the Wing Chun straight blast. You physically sprint forward, running directly at the attacker, while throwing a continuous, rapid-fire chain of straight punches right down their center line. As you drive forward, a panicked attacker will often throw an arm up to block. If they raise a barrier, you simply pull that arm down and keep the chain of punches going without missing a beat. This relentless forward drive removes the attacker's ability to fight back. As they are forced to backpedal to avoid the strikes, their weight shifts to their heels. They lose their physical base, their balance, and the leverage required to generate any retaliatory power. Once the straight blast has pushed the attacker off balance and driven them backward, you capitalize on their vulnerability. This brings us to Phase 3, termination. You reach forward and anchor both of your hands securely around the back of the attacker's neck, entering the Thai boxing clinch. Securing the head serves a very specific strategic purpose. It completely locks the attacker down in your space, preventing them from escaping backward to reset or dropping down to tackle you to the ground. With the attacker anchored in place, you deploy the most devastating close-range tools the human body has: headbutts, knees, and elbows. A punch to the jaw carries force, but striking a trapped target with the dense bone of an elbow or knee is akin to hitting them with a blunt instrument. The structural damage rapidly shuts down the confrontation. By refusing to stand and box, you bypass the sporting ranges entirely. Forcing the engagement into this inescapable clinch is what allows a smaller defender to systematically neutralize a much larger, stronger threat. Empty-hand tactics rely on taking calculated risks to get inside. If the attacker draws a weapon, that margin for error vanishes. The rules of engagement completely change, requiring a separate tactical approach. To survive an armed threat, R.A.T. utilizes a core Filipino Kali concept known as defanging the snake. The primary rule of this strategy is that you must completely ignore the attacker's torso and head. Instead, as the weapon thrusts toward you, you evade laterally to move your body off the line of attack, while simultaneously striking the hand holding the weapon. This diagram shows the defanging the snake drill, requiring explosive movement across weapon angles. The bottom flowchart outlines the attack chain. Once a strike lands, maintain constant pressure on the limb. The ultimate objective: cause enough pain to force a weapon drop and escape. Attempting to grapple with an armed opponent or trading strikes while they hold a blade is an invitation to lethal injury. Your only viable option for survival is to isolate the delivery system, destroy the hand, and remove the weapon from the equation. The techniques in phases 1 through 3 are highly effective, but they fall apart without one underlying skill. Every phase of the R.A.T system relies on the mastery of distance and spatial awareness. The primary tool for developing this attribute is the knife or shrimping drill. Drilling these specific lateral and reverse shifts along the grid teaches you to angle your body. This effortlessly maintains distance, keeping an attacker out of your space until you close the gap. Understanding the mechanics of the R.A.T system on a screen provides a baseline, but intellectual knowledge vanishes when your heart rate spikes. These tactics will not save you unless they are physically hardwired through live pressure testing. To build those reflexes, you have to get on the training floor. You can train these exact sequences in Hull, East Yorkshire with Sifu Paul Starkey at Team Vinok UK through private lessons, seminars, or instructor certification. True confidence in chaotic environments isn't born from watching videos. It comes from grinding a battle-tested blueprint into your muscle memory until survival becomes pure instinct.